Welcome back to my spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the brewing storm in the Forrester-Finnegan household that threatens to tear apart one of the bold and the beautiful's most beloved couples. The deepening family crisis. The tension between Steffy Forrester and Dr. John Finnegan has reached a critical point that could potentially shatter their once rock-solid marriage. At the heart of this conflict lies Luna Nozawa, Finn's newly discovered biological daughter, whose controversial pardon from legal consequences has become a festering wound in Steffy and Finn's relationship. While Steffy has temporarily redirected her focus toward the demanding responsibilities at Forrester Creations, the fashion empire she helps lead, the shadow of Luna's freedom continues to loom large over her personal life. The fashion mogul hasn't simply filed away her concerns about Luna, she's merely placed them in a temporary holding pattern while attending to pressing business matters. The unspoken ultimatum. What makes this situation particularly volatile is Steffy's implicit boundary. She appears willing to preserve her marriage as long as Finn maintains complete distance from Luna. This unspoken ultimatum places Finn in an impossible position between his wife's demands and his growing sense of paternal responsibility. The psychological burden weighing on Finn cannot be understated. He carries the knowledge that throughout Luna's formative years, he was merely a peripheral figure, a cousin who made occasional appearances when she desperately needed a father's guidance and support. Though Papi Nozawa bears responsibility for concealing Luna's true paternity, Finn now struggles with an overwhelming desire to rectify this lifelong injustice. Sheila's dangerous influence. Complicating matters further is the troubling relationship developing between Luna and her grandmother, the notorious Sheila Sharp. For those unfamiliar with Sheila's history, she represents one of the most dangerous influences possible in young Luna's life. Finn, having experienced firsthand the manipulative and destructive nature of his own biological mother, now faces the horrifying prospect of watching history repeat itself with his daughter. He witnesses Luna gravitating toward Sheila not from genuine affection, but from a place of desperate loneliness as doors continue closing around her. This evolving dynamic creates a perfect storm of emotional conflict for Finn. He increasingly fears that without his intervention, Luna will fall irretrievably under Sheila's malevolent influence, potentially destroying any chance at redemption. The philosophical divide. What truly separates Steffy and Finn in this crisis is their fundamentally different perspectives on justice, forgiveness, and second chances. Steffy's perspective. For Steffy, Luna represents not just a threat to her family's safety but a mockery of justice itself. Having witnessed numerous instances where forgiveness led to further betrayal, particularly with Sheila, Steffy has adopted a zero-tolerance policy. Her position stems not from cruelty but from a fierce protective instinct toward her children and a hard-earned wisdom about the dangers of giving certain people second chances. Steffy's business acumen has trained her to recognize patterns and predict outcomes based on past behavior. From her vantage point, Luna's actions have demonstrated a dangerous unpredictability that makes her unworthy of trust or freedom. Finn's evolving stance. Finn, conversely, approaches the situation through the lens of both a physician and a father who missed his daughter's entire childhood. As a doctor, he's trained to believe in rehabilitation and healing. As a father, he feels a profound responsibility to offer Luna guidance that might prevent her from following Sheila's destructive path. His medical background has taught him that environments significantly influence outcomes. He increasingly believes that Luna's potential for redemption depends largely on whether she has positive influences in her life or is left with only Sheila's twisted mentorship. The 4 words that could end everything. As this internal conflict intensifies within Finn, he appears to be moving toward a position that would be utterly unacceptable to Steffy. The 4 devastating words that could potentially destroy their marriage hang in the air. Unspoken but increasingly inevitable. Luna deserves another chance. Should Finn verbalize this sentiment, it would represent not merely a disagreement but a fundamental betrayal in Steffy's eyes. Such a declaration would signal to Steffy that Finn has chosen Luna's potential redemption over their family's security and her own peace of mind. the ultimate ultimatum. Industry insiders suggest that if confronted with Finn's support for Luna, Steffy might take drastic action, potentially leaving the country with their children to create physical and emotional distance from what she perceives as an untenable situation. This potential separation wouldn't simply be a cooling-off period, but could represent Steffy's definitive statement that she cannot remain married to someone who would prioritize Luna's rehabilitation over their family's well-being and her own deeply held convictions. As this storyline continues to unfold, viewers should watch for subtle shifts in Finn's attitude toward Luna. Each interaction between father and daughter potentially brings Finn closer to crossing Steffy's uncrossable line. The coming weeks may reveal whether Finn will ultimately choose his marriage or his paternal instincts, and whether Steffy's ominous predictions about Luna will prove prophetic or paranoid. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is that neither Steffy nor Finn is entirely wrong in their position. Both are acting from places of love and protection, but their different priorities and perspectives have created an impasse that may prove impossible to resolve without significant compromise from one or both parties. As loyal viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful know all too well, the path to reconciliation is rarely straightforward in Los Angeles' high-fashion world, and the coming episodes promise to test this beloved couple in ways they've never experienced before.